request Dr. Gampa to give the brief introduction about speaker.
Yeah, welcome Dr. Palaniswamy. Palaniswamy is an eminent academician and researcher and have more than 13 years of teaching experience and more than 20 years of community pharmacy from MMC, Tamil Nadu, and also M.Pharmacy from Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Coimbatore, and PhD from MJR Medical University. He published more than 60 research papers in various national and international journals and has been serving as a chief editor to n number of the journals, national and international, and also board member to the journals. And he received many grants from ICMR, DST, and International Medical University, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Dr. Palaniswamy has been awarded with Outstanding Researcher in Pharmacology Award in 2018 and Education Leadership Award in 2019, Global Knowledge Management Award in 2020. His main area of interest are cardiovascular and diabetic medications, oncology, and pharmacovigilance. He is having more than 20 years of community pharmacist experience. I think his lecture is more useful nowadays to the pandemic situation of COVID-19. Welcome to the today's session, Dr. Palaniswamy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Can you see my slides?
Yes.
Is it visible, the slides?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah,
you can make it a full presentation, Dr. Palaniswamy.
Okay. Yes, I'm not able to see the slides. Okay, I will make it full one. So now it's visible, right?
Yes,
no.
Visible.
Okay. So
now it is visible.
So good afternoon to everyone. I'm Dr. Palaniswamy Sivanandi from the Department of Pharmacy Practice, School of Pharmacy, International Medical University, Malaysia. So we are in the lockdown period, and some are enjoying our life because we no need to go to the office, and some are struggling to complete the tasks and taking online classes. So many things are right. So today I'm going to talk about a very interesting topic on how to improve our immunity naturally to fight against corona. So we know that the coronavirus started from China, and from the city of China's Wuhan. So we know and that now the coronavirus started from China. Echo sound is coming actually.
उनको डॉक्टर जैन का इंट्रोडक्शन दिया हुआ है.
So Mr. Vikram is speaking.
और Palaniswamy.
I can hear some echo sound actually. Okay. So
I think this is all right, Dr. Palaniswamy. It's very well.
Okay. So the virus started from the city of China's Wuhan, and now almost 216 countries affected by this virus. So you can see almost all the countries in the world affected by this coronavirus. It is unexpected, and we didn't expect that we will be at home for almost 3 months. Normally when we go to any relative's house or any function or anything, we will come back within 1 or 2 days, right? But here we cannot go outside, but we are supposed to sit inside the 4 walls, and we have to spend time almost 24/7 with our family members. It is a golden opportunity, but there are a lot of problems even in the golden opportunity. So we'll see them. So the coronavirus, deadly coronavirus, that outbreak started from the city Wuhan, China, and started spreading from December 2019, and still almost all the countries affected by this coronavirus and spreading again and again. As per the WHO announced this coronavirus outbreak as a pandemic on March 11th, 2000, and this is a SARS-CoV-2 type of virus, and it's a beta coronavirus like MERS coronavirus and SARS coronavirus. This virus is a spherical or pleomorphic structure having single-stranded enveloped RNA. It is covered with capsule glycoprotein. There is a crown-like structure over the top of the virus. That's why it is called as coronavirus. And there are some subtypes of virus are there. There is a coronavirus, alpha, beta, gamma, and delta coronavirus. So far, almost 58 lakhs of people affected by this coronavirus worldwide, and almost 4 lakhs deaths so far because of this coronavirus. It is unexpected death due to a sudden incident. According to the age, we can say there are both men and women equally affected by this coronavirus. We can see the picture here, but mostly the elderly people affected by this coronavirus are large. So this picture says that almost the people above the age of 60 years having more death rate compared to the younger and elderly people. So the elderly people are more vulnerable because due to the coronavirus disease because of the lack of immunity or so many degeneration factors in the body. So there are some symptoms of coronavirus which is very similar to the common cold or any other respiratory illness. So the main symptoms of coronavirus are fever, cough, and shortness of breath. We may have high grade of fever and repeated cough and shortness of breath, and the symptoms may start from 2 to 14 weeks after the initial exposure to the virus. Apart from these three symptoms, we may have some other symptoms like chills, muscle pain, sore throat, and loss of taste or smell. The intensity of the symptoms may be vary from different age group, and it will be very, very severe to the children as well as elderly people. But in case of these symptoms will be more vulnerable or more severe in elderly people. Apart from these symptoms, the patient may have some gastrointestinal symptoms like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. If you have any of these symptoms, you are supposed to consult a doctor. Don't think these symptoms are very similar to the normal common cold. So if you have these type of symptoms, consult a doctor first and seek medical attention as soon as possible. Normally, when a virus enters into our body or when any pathogen enters into our body, our immune system will be triggered. So the immune system will develop or fight against the antigen. So the immune system will produce antibody. So the antigen will combine with antibody. Antigen-antibody complex will be formed. This complex will destroy the antigen. If you have enough amount of immunity, our body can protect our system from the disease. If we don't have enough amount of immunity, we will get the disease and we have to go for a proper treatment. This picture shows the different types of immunity. I'm not going to talk about what are the different types of immunity. Just I will say a few words about immunity. So normally we are getting enough amount of immunity from our mother, that is known as innate immunity. At the time of birth, we will get some amount of immunity from our mother. So the organ, tissue, cells, or the immune system. So everything we are getting from our mother. So this is innate immunity. But during the life period, we will get some amount of immunity. When a pathogen enters into our body will respond to the antigen or the pathogen and it produces immunity. So there is acquired immunity. If our body is not able to produce enough amount of immunity, at that time we will take some vaccines or serum to fight against the virus or the disease. So that is known as acquired immunity. And some symptoms related to how can we prevent the spreading of the disease. First, you have to wash our hands with running tap water by using any sanitizers, maybe 80% alcohol, 60% alcohol, used sanitizers. So these sanitizers will not kill the organism, but we can use the sanitizers to clean our hands and to wash out the organism from our hands. And do not touch eyes or nose of your mouth or your mouth with unwashed hands. This will transmit the disease to your body. And the government says that always stay at home, because staying at home is very, very essential now. Otherwise, if you are going out, you will transmit the disease to others. Otherwise, you will get the disease from others. So we are supposed to be at home. Unless necessary, we are not supposed to go out. And we are supposed to maintain the social distancing, at least 2 meter distance from one another. So this will prevent the spreading of the disease. And whenever you cough or sneeze, you have to cover your nose and mouth by using tissue paper. If you don't have any tissue paper, you can use your elbow joints to cover it. And always you are sitting at home and doing a lot of work, maybe office work or homework, lot of things. So whenever you are touching your area frequently means you are supposed to clean the area, make the area very tidy. Okay, this is to prevent the virus spreading. Even though the government is asking us to stay at home, almost last 3 months we are at home, and it is not an easy task. Correct. So it is not easy task to sit and ideally do something. Even when we are going for office, we will see our friends, we will have some chit chats, and we will share our feelings and all the things. But now we are at home almost 3 months, and it's not an easy task. We may face a lot of problems. So what we are doing now, here almost all the countries are in the lockdown. The busiest city in the world, that is in New York, in the lockdown. Again, the Paris in the lockdown, and the Moscow in the lockdown. Again, Malaysia, almost the last 3 months we are in the lockdown period, and Sydney in the lockdown, and the India, the world largest population, the second largest population country, India also in the lockdown. Right. So almost last 3 months we are in the lockdown period. So what we are doing now, we are spending less time with our neighbors, relatives, and friends. This is very unusual, and most are working from home, and some are working for home, and some are taking rest. And students are going through the online classes. Either a lot of softwares are available. They are going through all online classes through the media. And few lost a job, and few other people had salary reduction due to pay. So these are some of the issues we are facing. And this unprecedented situation put a lot of pressure over employee. Not only employee, it is a pressure for employer also, and also family, kids, and all other affected people. And it has directly or indirectly created pressure or tension over almost all the people. And some people have lack of job security, and some other people have lack of job security because they daily wages having lack of job security, and economic imbalance. They are not earning money, but we are spending from our savings. So the savings are dropping again and again. So this is economic imbalance. And workloads. If you are not planning well, the dumping of work will be there. So workload will be more and more. And family quarrel. Even though we are spending time with our family, we can't see our family member 24/7, right? There is no other entertainment. So there is a possibility for family quarrel and postponement of important assignments. Some assignments, some important works we can do online, but some other things we have to go and meet the person, then only we can complete it. So we are postponing that type of assignments and unsure about the future. We don't know when the coronavirus will end, when we will go back to a normal life. Okay, we whenever they introduced the 144th section, whenever they introduced a lockdown, we thought only for 15 days or 30 days. Now almost 3 months over, still we are in the lockdown period, and there is no surety about when we'll go out, we'll meet our friends and family members. Okay, so there are a lot of problems, and all the problem put pressure over us and created stress, anxiety, and depression. Some can recognize the symptoms of stress, anxiety, and depression and some cannot identify, because this will be mutually, it will be similar to other common symptoms. So we are supposed to recognize it. And what is the stress? Stress is a kind of feeling where one may feel being under abnormal pressure. So this abnormal pressure may comes from either day-to-day life, which include workload or professional period or financial crisis, or in an argument with your family members or friends. You can ask your spouse to cook any one dish at a time. If you're asking 3 or 4 dishes, what will happen? The increased workload may create pressure or stress over your spouse. Correct? And your wife is asking you to clean your car. At the same time, she's asking to clean your bike also. So if you're cleaning everything one by one, you may have a lot of pressure. So without your knowledge, you will get a pressure. And anxiety. So anxiety is an emotion characterized by feeling of tension and worried thoughts, and this may produce a lot of physical changes like increased blood pressure. And some of the symptoms of this anxiety are sweating, trembling, dizziness, and rapid heartbeat. If you have any of these symptoms, you must consult your doctor. Okay, otherwise you have to do a lot of natural way to heal the anxiety. And depression. So during the lockdown period, we can see many people feel depression, and we can see some of the patients, those are admitted for the treatment of COVID, because of the stress, anxiety, and depression, they committed suicide. The reports says that some people committed suicide once they diagnosed with the COVID. Right. So this is a serious and uncommon medical illness, and this may put a lot of physical and emotional changes almost all aspects of your person's life. Apart from the stress, anxiety, So now the government need enough amount of income because they can't get the turnover or the income from people. So what they do, they are opening all the alcohol shop or the liquor shops. Now people before opening the liquor shop, people used to say, I don't have money for the day-to-day expense. But now you see how much money they are spending for the alcohol, right? So we are spending alcohol, we are spending our saved money for the alcohol and other things. So the alcohol may create a lot of immune suppression and also lack of sleep. We are not getting adequate sleep. If we have enough time, we have more time. Okay, 24 hours are there for us, but we are not spending enough time for the sleep. And unhealthy diet, then dehydration. Even though we are at home, we are not taking adequate quantity of water. Even me, when I am going to office, I used to take 3 liters of water per day, but now I am taking almost 1.5 to 2 liters. Almost 1 liter is reduced. And lack of exercise. We are not at all doing any exercise. Okay, we are doing simple works at home, but we are not doing any exercise. We are not walking. And some people think that it is a pressure, so they are used to smoke. The smoking is increased, but they don't know that smoking can cause the immune suppression or disturb the immune system. So all these things harming the immune system and produce a lot of pressure. For healthy people, if you want to be healthy, you need healthy body as well as healthy mind. Okay, the physical health as well as mental health, both are very, very essential to become happy. If you don't have any one of this, you can't become a happy man. Maybe you have enough amount of money, but you will not have good health. So you can't be a happy man because money cannot decide your happiness. Right? So both physical and mental health is very, very essential to become a happy man. Okay. A study says that 1 in 10 patients received some form of physical health checkup during the COVID period. Okay, so among this 1 in 10, almost 60% of adults had any form of mental health or physical health comorbidities. And 1 in 3 adults smoked tobacco during the lockdown period. So the study says that, I'm not telling the thing, because the study says 1 in 3 adults are smoking. Okay. Coming to the stress mechanism, whenever you are in stress, the stress hormone level will be more, the cortisol level will be more. So this cortisol and the stress hormone, what will happen? It may affect your immune system. It can act on the adrenal gland. The adrenal cortex, adrenal medulla, both are very, very essential for producing the erythropoietin. So if you don't have enough amount of erythropoietin, what will happen? You cannot synthesize enough amount of the blood cells. At the same time, it affects your lymph node. So lack of lymph node function or suppression of lymph node may produce lack of the T cells. So finally, we will end up with lack of immunity. So the stress produces increased heart rate as well as blood pressure. Apart from that, it impacts the stress hormone on immune process and leads to corticosteroid suppression and immune system. So the corticosteroid suppresses the immune system. This may lead to lack of immunity and also produces disturbances in the gastrointestinal system. You may have some gastrointestinal problems or complications. So all this put together and causing increased risk for diseases. So apart from this, the stress can cause changes in your skin, that is skin texture, it can change your skin texture or the tone or loss of thinner skin, and it can affect your immune system. And also it can produce hormonal changes, imbalance in the hormone, and it can produce some changes in the calcium absorption. So lack of calcium absorption will produce bone demineralization, and it can produce changes in your brain. You may have fatigue, reduced concentration, all these things. It also produces changes in your heart rate will be more, and elevation of blood pressure, and it produces changes in the gut. It may produce nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, all gastrointestinal problem, and lack of GI motility, all the things. Okay, and apart from that, it produces muscle breakdown, so you may have muscle pain. So stress is not a simple thing, it can change the entire body system. So how can we cope up with the COVID problem, or how can we improve our immunity during the COVID lockdown period? So there are 9 points you can consider. One is sleep, another one is whole plant diet, healthy diet, fermented foods or probiotic supplement, less sugar intake, exercise, stay hydrated, manage your stress levels, herbal and vitamin supplements. So these points you can consider to boost up your immunity. I will give a brief summary of all these points one by one. We know that the sleep is very, very essential. We are not spending time with office work, but we are spending most of the time, as doctors said, the previous speaker said, we are spending, even the doctors encouraging us to use the mobile phones, WhatsApp, they're encouraging us to communicate through the social media. But what we are normally using, we are watching media and we are using chatting with our friends, and we are most of the time we are spending time in the social medias using electronic gadgets, but we are spending only less time, right? So the lack of sleep as well as a stressful situation and worrying can impair your sleep, and poor sleep can negatively affect your mood and delay functioning when awake. Okay, if you're not sleeping today, tomorrow you cannot work properly, correct? So there will be a disturbance will be there in your daily work. And good quality sleep and good quantity of sleep also, both are very essential for the immune system to do the normal function, as well as the importance to maintain good sleep habit throughout the uncertain period is very, very essential. So whenever you are sleeping good, if you have adequate quantity of sleep, you may improve your immune system, you can repair the body system, you can have a good health for your heart. It is good for your heart. The sleep can reduce the stress and it can improve our memory. It can control the whole body weight and also improve our well-being. So these are some of the benefits of sleeping, adequate quantity of sleep. Okay. So there are some simple rules. How can we get good sleep? How can we get good quantity and quality of sleep? So there are some simple rules. Just follow your routine bedtime schedule. If you are going to bed 10 o'clock, means every time you follow the 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. If you are changing your bedtime, you will not get good sleep. So follow your routine bedtime schedule and avoid using electronic gadgets. At least 30 minutes before taking the bed, you're supposed to switch off your mobile phones or put in a silent mode or keep aside and don't use any electronic media. Okay. If you want to do some exercise, you can do some relaxing exercises for 30 minutes before the sleep. It will give you good quality sleep, sound sleep. Okay. And if you're not getting sleep, just read some books. Reading books will give you good quantity sleep. And I'm asking you to read books but not Facebook. Okay, remember that you're not supposed to read your Facebook. Okay, and using dark room or minimal light source is very, very essential to get a good quality sleep. Quite a low noise room is favorable. It will give a deep sleep. And practice a deep breath exercises then and there. It will give you good relief from the stress as well as you can get good sleep. The second point is whole plant diet. Okay, now our family members, we are at home 24/7, we are at home. What they are doing at home, we are not concentrating on the food. We are not giving more importance for the food. Okay, we are thinking that this is a trial period to taste different kinds of food. We are not guinea pig for the testing, but we are not thinking that we are using our body as a testing animal to taste different kinds of food. What will happen? I'm sure that after the lockdown period, we can get in the hospital, we can get lot of patients with cholesterol, hyperlipidemia, diabetes, hypertension, all the metabolic disorders, because we are not concentrating on the food. We are simply spending a lot of time for tasting different kinds of food. There is no mean of taking all these things. So if you want to reduce your stress, okay, you can take cherries, banana, lemon, broccoli, cabbage, all these things you can take to reduce your stress. If you want to reduce anxiety, you can take some fruits like avocado, asparagus, almonds, you can take blueberries, orange. So these are some of the things you can take, natural foods you can take to reduce your stress and anxiety. And always use different kind of oil. Don't use the same oil, use different kinds of oil. Preferably you can use olive oil or grapeseed oil and unsaturated fat, and limit your red meat intake and use more amount of grains, nuts, vegetables, and eat omega-3 fatty acid containing foods. So this will give you good quality of life. Okay. And a study in University in New South Wales says that bad diet damages the immune system even before it turns to fat. Before turning into fat, it damages the immune system. After that, it turns into fat. So be conscious about your food. So this, you can see this picture. This picture gives about the calorie intake according to your calorie. You can calculate your calorie using online software. So you can calculate your calorie necessary or the requirement. Based on the calorie requirement, you can choose any of these products according to the requirements. Okay, and always use the food pyramid. You can take vegetables and whole grains, legumes, healthy fats, leafy green vegetables, fruits, all the time. So this will help you to get good sound health. Okay. So please remember that diet is not a cure. This is a lifestyle. Okay, you have to practice diet as a lifestyle. And healthy fat. So food. So we know that there are two different types of fat: good cholesterol and bad cholesterol. Okay, we are always talking about bad cholesterol. These are the cholesterol you are not supposed to take, but we are not educating people what are the cholesterol we can take, right? So there are some good cholesterol or healthy fat that you can consume, like the walnuts, peanut butter, olives, ground flaxseed, soya beans, salmon, avocado. These are some of the food items having healthy fat. So these things you can take. Instead of educating patient, don't take this one. We have to educate the patient what are the things we can take. So we have to educate them as healthcare professionals. We have to educate them, or if you, as an educated, you can educate your family members, the uneducated family members. You can tell them these are the things we have to supposed to take during the COVID lockdown period to improve our health. And the next one is fermented foods and probiotic supplement. As you know that during the lockdown period, there are a lot of restrictions. Even though you have some of health issues or illness, you cannot simply go and get treatment from the hospital. The hospital is asking you, if you have any of these COVID symptoms, you come and get advice. Otherwise, be at home, right? So now, instead of concentrating on the drug, concentrate on your food. Take some fermented food or probiotic supplement. This will give you good healthy body. So the enzymes present in the fermented food will help you to absorb a lot of nutrients from your stomach, and it reduces the need of vitamins and supplements. So always use fermented food. Even curd you can take daily. You can take curd. Okay, and also probiotic supplements. The probiotics, these are the good bacteria. The probiotic having good bacteria. The good bacteria restore balance in the gut and digestion, and also it will balance the digestion as well as immune health. Okay, and the lactic acid present in the fermented food will help you to kill the E. coli. It is your organism produces a lot of complication in the body, and also making your food very, very safer. So you can take any fermented foods or probiotic supplements. Okay, and porridge is another very good food you can take during the lockdown period. Okay, so these are some of the items you can take now. And study on the study was carried out to check the review article says that the beneficial effects of probiotic consumption on the immune system. So if you are taking probiotic regularly, it will improve your immune system. You can fight against any type of illnesses. And another study says that oral probiotic supplementation can stimulate the immune system in a stress process. Okay, so the probiotic administration in stress period will improve the intestinal barriers, and the probiotic stimulate the gut immune system, and it can protect your body from the enteropathogen infection. Okay. And next one is less sugar. As I said earlier, now we are in the lockdown period, 24/7 we are in the lockdown, and simply we are taking, can you prepare 1 cup of coffee? Can you prepare for me 1 cup of tea? Okay. Always we are our intake of coffee or tea, the sugary drinks are increased. Either we are taking coffee or tea, or we are taking some amount of the bottled beverages. Instead of taking water, we are taking a lot of juices. Okay, instead of taking fruit juices, we are taking bottled the beverages. So high sugar consumption can damage your immune system. Okay, then and there. Especially refined sugar present in the food will damage the immune system. And eating sugar can weaken the immune system. A study says that consuming too much of sugar can affect the cells in our immune system that target the bacteria. If you are taking too much of sugar, normally whenever the pathogen enters into our body produce the T cells, B cells, and attack the organs. Correct. So the way how the immune cells respond to the organism will be impaired when you are taking more amount of sugars. Finally, we'll end up with metabolic complications like diabetes, hypertension, dyslipidemia, all these things because of the more amount of sugar intake. The high sugar intake affects the cellular as well as humoral response even in the flies. The Drosophila is a fly. Okay, it is a fruit fly. Even though that fly formed surviving, so even though that fly generated within the fruit itself, even that sugar, high concentration of sugar is toxic for this fly. Okay, so it can damage not only the human being, even the flies. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to reduce the sugar intake, the refined sugar intake. And the next one is exercise. The exercise, now we are at home, we are not at all doing any exercises. Even when we are going for a job, we used to walk from one place to another place, or we used to walk from one place, home to the bus stop, or some form of exercise we are supposed to do. But now we are not doing any exercises. We are simply sitting at home. That is, a sedentary lifestyle. So this sedentary lifestyle will create a lot of pressure. The stress hormones such as adrenaline and cortisol reduced by exercises. If you're doing exercise, you can reduce the stress hormone level, as well as you can stimulate the production of endorphin. The endorphin is a natural body painkiller and mood elevator. If you're doing exercise, you can reduce your pain, you can improve your body function, as well as you can reduce the stress hormone production. There are two types of exercise: high intensity exercise and low intensity exercise. I'm not asking you to do high intensity exercise. If you did something, I'm not asking you to go for gym. Okay, don't do any high intensity exercise. If you did something wrong, you cannot go to hospital now. It is a lot of tedious procedure. So do mild and moderate intensity exercises. This will help you to release endorphins. Okay, and also the low intensity exercise helps you to produce a protein called neurotropic factors. So this neurotropic factors and endorphins improve the brain function, as well as it will improve your immunity. And the next one is stay hydrated. As I said earlier, when I am going to job, office, I used to take 3 liters of water, minimum 3 liters of water per day. And I used to take only 1 cup of tea in a week. I used to take only 1 cup of tea in a week. But I used to take 3 glasses of water. 3 liters of water. But what I'm doing now, I'm taking 3 cup of tea every day. 3 cup of tea, not a small glass, almost 300 ml. 300 into 3, 900 ml taking coffee or tea. And I'm taking only 1.5 to 2 liter of water. So staying hydrated means you have to take water. It doesn't mean that you can take coffee or tea to become hydrated. Okay, and if there is a formula to calculate how much water you can take. Maybe you can calculate later, and you can based on your requirement, you can take the water intake. And if you feel that you are infrequent in urination, or if your urine is dark in color, if you have any dry mouth or cracked lips, and if you feel you have repeated headache and blurred vision, and if you have any muscle cramping, it indicates that you have dehydration. You are in dehydration. So you have to take enough quantity of water. If your body temperature is high, because this is summer in India, right? So if you feel your body temperature is high, you have to take enough quantity of water. The adequate quantity of water will reduce all these complications. Okay, and you may have some doubt whether I'm hydrated or dehydrated. Even though I'm taking enough quantity, whenever you feel thirst, we are taking water, right? So you may have some doubt whether I'm hydrated or dehydrated. Just to check the chart here, from 1 to 8, if your level is, if your urine color is more than 3, 4 or more than 3, it indicates that you are dehydrated. You have to take adequate quantity of plenty of water. And if your urine is very dark in color, that is, if your urine is the 0.8, you must consult a doctor. It is a serious complication will be there. You have to consult a doctor, get adequate treatment. So instead of thinking about a doctor, think yourself. It is a natural way. Take good quantity of water, okay, to improve your health. And keep hydrated on a regular basis, especially when it is cold or flu season. So now it is a cold and flu season. You may not think about whether you are having COVID or not COVID. Okay, drink more amount of water. This adequate quantity of water will wash out all the organisms from your body, the pathogen from our body, and also helps in immunity development. Okay, and how can you manage your stress level? Already we discussed some of the points here. How can we manage our stress? There are some natural therapies to control stress, anxiety, and depression. We can do some exercise. We can do some meditation, deep breathing exercise. We can do sleeping, writing, time management. Instead of postponing the work, we have to complete all our work then and there. Fix a timeline. Which one should be completed first? Which one should be completed last? Which one should be discarded? Okay, so time management is very, very essential. Avoid smoking, alcohol use as well as drugs, and take adequate quantity, proper, balanced diet. Take herbal supplements, aromatherapy you can practice, reduce your caffeine intake, spend time with your family, friends and animals. Okay, and you can laugh whenever you feel. Just make a bit of comedy, or tell some jokes to your family members and laugh. Hear a lot of music, do some yoga, and if you are a couple, you can cuddle with your partner. Okay, so cuddling will reduce the stress level and avoid common triggers of sad. Now you may have whether I'm stressful, whether I'm okay, or I have some amount of stress. You have some doubt, right? Just will check whether you are in stressful situation or non-stressful situations. Okay, is there any problem in the slide? You can see here there are 2 4 are there. Even though we are concentrating on the presentation, even though we feel that we are non-stressful, you can see here there is a problem in the slide. There are 2 4, sleep and writing. Correct. Another problem is there. You can see the left side items don't have any bullet point, but the right side items are having bullet point. Have you noticed this before? Have you noticed this before? No, right? Because even though we are concentrating, we are seeing the slides, we are focusing on the slides, there is some form of stress are there that impair our concentration level. Right? So without our knowledge, without the symptoms, we have some form of stress. Okay, and the next one is herbal supplements. Okay, so herbal supplements, these are some of the products approved by FDA as well as the Indian government, Malaysian government, almost all the healthcare authority, and it is available as a OTC product. You can consume it. So you can take valerian root and the St. John's root, St. John's wort to elevate your mood, and you can take the ashwagandha to improve your anxiety, to get recovery from the anxiety and stress relief. And another one is you can take kava. It will reduce your stress level and improve your mood. And chamomilla also you can take. So these are some of the herbal product you can buy from the pharmacy and you can consume it. It is OTC product, doesn't need any prescription from your doctor. And next one is the immune system booster. As you know that the government is asking, along with the Kabasura water, the Ayush asking us to take zinc, vitamin C, iron supplements, vitamin E, vitamin A and B6. You can buy some vitamin preparation, the multivitamin preparation from the pharmacy, and you can consume it. So the multivitamin preparations are available as a OTC product. You can consume it. If you worry about the drug, you can take any of this product. These products having high amount of zinc, vitamin C, iron and all these minerals or vitamins, so you can improve your immune system. Okay. And this is the last slide of my presentation today. There is a take-home message. Be simple. Don't expect too much from anyone. Okay, the expectation will produce a lot of pressure, anxiety and depression. You can ask your wife to prepare one biryani at a time. You can ask your wife to prepare 3 or 4 different types of biryani, right? This will create a lot of pressure over your wife, as well as if she is scolding back, you will get a lot of pressure. Correct. And be mindful, whatever you are doing, be mindful. Keep hydrated, drink plenty of water, be energetic, take good quality food, good quantity food, balanced diet, be enthusiastic. Okay, always be positive, optimistic. Try to see positive items in always all the things. Don't watch the social media, the news channels, then and there. They will create a lot of pressure. Right? And fun and play with your family members. Age is just a number. Don't think about age. Maybe you are 60, 40, 50, whatever it may be. Age is just a number. Never mind. Fun and play with your family members. There are a lot of ancient games are there. Simple games. You can play with your family members, kids, wife. Okay. And timely completion of tasks. Don't postpone any work. Complete your work then and there. Prioritize the work according to your requirement and the necessary. Just make it on time. Timely completion of tasks. Have adequate rest. Don't use a mobile phone always 24/7. Use a mobile phone whenever necessary, and the remaining time you can use it for productive work. I heard a news from India. There is one university in Chennai. during the lockdown period, they published almost 400 research articles, research and review articles. They are using this lockdown period wisely, and they published 400 papers within a short span of 3 months. As I published almost 4 papers in this period, and 2 more papers are accepted in the lockdown period. So use of time wisely, and it is your life. Remember that it is your life. Families are most important than your job. Don't think about the job. The job will come and go. You may get a good position there also, but think about your family. Don't be more stressful. And this is not the end, and the best yet to come. Okay, I'm not going to say the coronavirus going to end now. Maybe the coronavirus will end tomorrow, day after tomorrow, maybe next year, or it will end. Okay, but end will be there. But this is not the end for anything. Best yet to come. Be patient. Be positive. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
If you have
Dr.
any query-
Palaniswamy, for your very important session. Now I request Dr. Gampa to give his remarks on the session.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Palaniswamy. Your lecture is very useful. I want to conclude only one thing: prevention is better than cure. So you are highlighted the way, which is very important nowadays. There is no drug for disease. There is no any medication for this disease. Instead of going for curing, prevention is better than cure, and then it is then very useful to increase our resistance power. Just like immunity, and then your suggestions were increases immunity and can protect ourselves from corona. Thank you.
I can see in the Facebook, also in the social media, there are a lot of people are posting that I tried this dishes today. Correct. So we can see in our group, in the family, with the Facebook group, we can see there are a lot of postings. We can see through what is that? This dishes I tried, this chicken, this mutton, this lot of oily products they are using. Okay, we are not doing any work, and we are using our body as a guinea pig, and we are testing all the materials by using our mouth. Maybe without our knowledge, we are simply damaging our immune system.
Yeah, it's right. If you are having a good resistance power against diseases, there is no need to go for treatment. That's what. Prevention is better than cure. Nowadays, we are moving towards backward direction. Long 3-4 decades back, our mother and then grandmother used to say how turmeric is important, how go is important, and all. Now we are implementing same thing. Thank you.
So even though we have 1.3 millions of people, we have enough amount of immunity because of our natural food. When compared to other people, we are using lot of antiseptic, anti-inflammatory property products,
antibiotic, antibacterial, antifungal.
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
So naturally, we are taking all the chemical substance inside. It helps to improve our immunity.
Comparatively,
Thank you,
old
Dr.
world, our
Patil.
food is good.
Yeah, good.